DreamLeague. So.
And we also have a draft.
And we also have a draft.
Ooh.
Let's go. Get ourselves in there, because, I mean, you said it. We have to go more aggressive. We have to try to, or rather, Spirit has to be more aggressive. They have to be ready to fight straight off, almost.
Yeah.
Just ready to battle. What are your typical ready-to-battle heroes? And I'm mostly aiming for supports and a mid, because that seems to be where the battle is taking place most of the time.
For Team Spirit, I think Bane, especially for Goblak, it's like one of his signature heroes. You can pressure mid kind of early and set up a lot of other hero spells with it as well. It's definitely one of their go-to picks. But they, like, every game I've looked at Team Spirit, they always get OD, and they always base their strats around it. And taking out the first ban OD seems to be like crushing them.
If you know that the emphasis is going to be in the mid lane, would you not at least take the Radiant side from Na'Vi? You know that Navi's always going to go for that Radiant side. They're always going to choose Radiant if they have, no matter what pick they have.
Maybe they just prefer the Dire, and they're like, we just would prefer to play in our comfort zone rather than them.
You know that Dendi needs the mid to be on the Radiant to be in order to do well, or at least not that black and white, guys. But
he needs it.
It's easier for him to do well.
If he just instantly loses. Don't even play the
lane. It's not that black and white.
Cheaper knowledge subs.
No,
just kidding.
Damn.
Of course, that's not exactly.
LD's first.
But would you not take it away from them?
Well, I mean, they're getting Dire first pick, which means you generally first pick teams are choosing overside in this match, and it has a much higher win rate. Or differential relatively, so.
I speak for the trees.
I think Team Spirit more so than some other teams is very focused on getting Roshan. They tend to pick like those heavy physical damage drafts. They get a lot of minus armor.
They didn't get Roshan previous game.
Yeah, but they were getting crushed.
But they were still Dire.
That's true.
Woo!
They're giving Na'Vi the option for Chen again.
Yep, Chen or Enchantress. Cool pick. What about both? No, okay. I'll get my coat.
I liked it.
I'd be surprised if they don't.
Thank you.
We're not going to have many panelists left at this rate.
Hey, well, what are you going to do?
I almost got decapitated. Now she's just seeing herself out.
Dang, all right. So we got a Chen pick, and it looks like it's going to be early push, a little bit of control, pretty standard stuff.
I mean, this does go along the lines of what you guys were mentioning. Like, Prophet, probably up there with Gyrocopter, just like ideal hero to just fight early and often. Comes online even earlier because he can start fighting as soon as like level 3 or 4. So could well be a safe lane Nature's Prophet if they really want to secure his farm. Could be off lane. Batrider is a great hero to hunt him later on, so not the best matchup, but as far as like the early skirmishes go, Prophet brings a lot.
I think this is typical Na'Vi draft though. You know, they pick this like push lineup, base it around one hero like Beastmaster, Batrider. They just go for like an initial pick, and then they always try and get towers after it. You know,
and you can see in the draft how much they value the Beastmaster. If they can't get their hands on it, they ban it first phase.
Get rid of it.
So.
Well, it's good to see Team Spirit put in a little bit of that counter push with the Nature's Prophet. Hopefully he'll be doing okay and getting something to stop that 5-man aggression. But I'm very interested to see what it's going to be from Spirit. Should tell us kind of maybe what their strategy is going to be.
Yes.
They want to make sure that the mid is having a little bit of an easy time.
So maybe picking something a little more gankable for Dendi. Could be, perhaps it's that Invoker, perhaps the Death Prophet. He does play both a decent amount. Of course, there's still Queen of Pain Wind Ranger, but they're less worried about the Earth Spirit ganks.
Planning at the Zeus. I know Iceberg plays that a lot, like especially in pubs. He spams that hero.
Which hero?
Zeus.
Oh, okay.
The Zeus.
You gotta use the microphone that I just
Zeus.
Reserve time.
Microphone, ladies and gentlemen. Easy stuff. Okay.
People don't see this, by the way, but there's always a microphone here. And every time our batteries get changed, those batteries get changed as well. Every single time. And now finally,
there we go.
Limelight.
We've been having this here this whole time. This is great because I never know what to do with my hands, and now I only need one to know what to do with my hands. Back to you, LD. Okay, well, Death Prophet's taken out. We've seen the power of Death Prophet earlier today. And Oracle, there we go, another Venge.
Beautiful. They banned Oracle, like one of the best counters to Batrider, and then Venge, another amazing counter. They just pick it up for themselves. And it also helps with the push.
Yeah, and the IO is already banned.
Yeah.
So Spirit are going to be limited on ways to deal with the lasso.
Fisher could be decent.
Oh, well.
We've seen Disruptor picks at times as a pseudo Batrider counter, but once he gets BKB, you really don't have a solution for him.
Fantastic pick there from the pub.
I think Spirit won. I would expect
hero,
Spectre from Spirit with the Puck Nature's Prophet. It's really strong. The Lades are a little bit weak, but we saw this combo a couple of times at Star Ladder. I think it won every game.
Fantastic. All right, so we got that puck pick out.
What is
man.
wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me.
10
LD.
seconds remaining.
Something went wrong with
I
the
feel,
production.
I feel like he thinks he has the talking stick now, and he's,
I know. I feel like I have to say something. I'm the only one on the microphone. You know,
you could just hold it and look pretty.
when you have a mic, usually you have to pass it to other people. It's
Okay,
just-
give me the microphone.
Take it away from me. Back to you, LD.
Stop coming back. I don't want
Please,
to
I
talk.
have nothing to say.
Okay, so
Pot him again.
All right,
you're
the bottom
gonna play
again.
Potom again.
Okay.
Navi's
Oh, this is a
turn to
totally
bat.
different direction.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
But it is classic team spirit.
What do you make of it? What's the thought process behind?
Win the lanes. This is
Yeah.
all about winning the lanes against Na'Vi, because last time they couldn't win them. They picked Earth Spirit and Enchantress. You picked these heroes to win the lanes, couldn't do it.
10 seconds
Now everyone hits like
remaining.
a truck. And obviously with Profit especially, this is great for pushing as well.
5
But
seconds.
I think it's
Fantastic.
mostly about winning the lanes.
Could we see the attack speed once again coming out from Marana Leap? What do you
Reserve
think?
time.
No, it's going to be disabled.
Back to
this
you,
game.
LD. What? You in? Sheeper.
Okay.
What do you have to say there, Shane O'Man?
Okay. Centaur safe lane.
Centaur safe lane.
Let's go.
An interesting pick.
I honestly think against
Where's the clockwork picks?
Universally
They already
agree.
have that rider. They already have a decent way to jump the trial.
you think it's
Indecision coming out
So
from
we're-
Shane.
So we're looking for a Dendi hero. for
I don't know.
Na'Vi.
I just don't think
We're looking
Bot
for a
Rider on his
Dendi
own is
hero
enough for
indeed.
Joe. Like, because you just pick up
Dire team back.
another. Okay, hold on.
Centaur War Runner, universally agreed to be one of the worst heroes in the patch. Shane O'Man
Shane
thinking,
doubles down.
doubling down a bold strategy coming
What?
out from Shane.
So Dendi heroes that remain.
Turn to bat.
Okay.
No.
Dendi Marana? Can it be?
Interesting.
Please. I would really like to see that. Or
It works
Dendi.
the same. Get up in her face. Get up in the Drow's face. with an
Dendi
Echo
has
Book.
played Bat
Yeah.
Rider
You know what I mean?
before as
It's-
well, by the way.
It's pretty
Yeah,
similar.
Lycan is really good against Drow. But don't forget about the Sprout. We've
Dang.
seen
Oh.
the Sprout
No,
shenanigans.
It's not gonna
That was
happen again.
ridiculous.
Come on, people
Keep
are gonna
that Quelling
buy
blade.
a Quelling
Keep
Blade.
them, that's all I'm saying,
He
man.
caught in before Lycan Battle Fury. Got him.
10 seconds remaining.
Winter Wyvern.
Winter
indeed.
Wyvern.
And that's really good against a Lycan.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
the Frost and the... what rhymes with Frost?
Okay, so who is gonna take this game? It was just, you
Lost.
know.
Lost.
Looks like with that Frost, they might have a loss. But what we don't know is if the trees are gonna go. Sheever, take her away.
No. I'm going for Navi. Please. Put my name there, yes. Where's your name gonna go?
I forgot what teams had what heroes.
It's right there.
I'm gonna go for Navi. Back to you, LD.
Okay, he's gone.
LD. Back to you, Shane O'Man.
I'm
Here
gonna
we
go
go.
with Navi as well.
Navi.
They have Lycan. That's their hero.
Okay, we have to
See you
put
later, David.
LD then on Team Spirit because...
Because he's
put
a
LD on
loser.
Spirit because he's not here.
Yeah,
And
good
we
luck.
have to have someone to be, you know, the person that actually goes to Team Spirit and believes. We're gonna find out though. It is time for Game 2. Navi versus Team Spirit with Odie Pixel and Draskell.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Na'Vi is back, and so it's Team Spirit for another game here. Game 2 has begun. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Andy, aka Draskell. The game's begun. Let's get ourselves in, and indeed, we may very well. We can always wish to see Dendi on his old pudge. But Marana, it's kind of like a pudge. You throw something out, it's a skill shot, and it sometimes hits people, it sometimes doesn't. But you're going to be Dendi face about the situation. We should see Dendi getting some on-point skill shots with the Sacred Arrow today.
I hope so. It's pretty tough to play Marana against Fury and Puck together. Those heroes are really hard to arrow in their own respects. Like, Fury gets to your tower, throws out some treants, uses them to scout. It's a little bit of a nuisance, but again, it's good against the Ench creep. If for whatever reason Gobblack decides to poke his face mid, if he's not careful, his creep's going to get sniped by an arrow. That's one
30
thing about mid
seconds
Marana
to
that's
back.
actually quite nice. And of course, we don't know exactly what the lanes are going to be from Na'Vi just yet. They could do a dual lane mid if they really wanted to and just give Dendi the safe lane, but I think Ditchera is probably just going to be content to sit and farm in his safe lane. I do like the Winter Wyvern pick. I know a lot of the panelists were hating on it a bit, but I think Wyvern's really good against 5-man push. They didn't really nerf Splinter Blast at all. It's still a 340 damage nuke on a 7-second cooldown at level 4. pretty good.
Yeah, and what's really nice about the Wyvern in this draft, we sometimes see it being picked up with kind of huge AoE team fights. Team Spirit don't really have damage, so you're never really going to fluff it up in the sense that you pop the ult and then it's like, oh, come on, mate, you shouldn't use damage then. You're going to use the ult, and then you're going to come in with something like the Dream Coil or the Gust, you know, just the AoE silence. And, you know, it doesn't matter about there being no damage done, because initially there is no damage to be done with those spells. So in that sense, yeah, the curse could be very nice this game.
Their laning phase is also insane. Like Dro Aura with a puck. Like this is going to be a really rough lane, and they are putting Ditcher on mid. Okay, I thought they might do this, but then I thought maybe the Mirana would at least not, you know, get harassed horribly. But they are going to give Dendy the safe lane here. We'll see how the matchup ends up shaping. I think once the Lycan gets like level 2 or 3 wolves, it might actually go in his favor because the puck actually can't kill the wolves. It's bottom lane Funnick.
Now, at the same time, top lane General is having a bit of a go here as the Wyvern comes in. Both off laners being abused by the safe lane situation from the respective sides. And we'll indeed see how well General can lane on the top against the Wyvern, and likewise how well Funnick can lane against both Seneko and Dendy. And while General talking about how he's going to lane, he says, I'll get 7 stacks of sticky napalm on you, son. First blood there onto Illidan, and General, he looks like he might be able to survive this. He gets the sticky napalm slow onto the Wyvern, gets himself out of there. What a play from General. It looks like Illidan sticking around too long, quite literally. 7 stacks of the napalm on him, and General goes in for the kill. Mid lane. Ditcher in a bit of trouble. Here's GoBlack coming in with a rotation, ready to tank up the tower here with these Centaurs. There'll be a TP coming through. One stun will hold Seneko back, but he did get the magic missile off. The second stun to follow through as well, though. An Iceberg with the right click, so get it. A kill in return. Spirit find themselves at that first one for their own side in the mid lane. Iceberg is going to be netted up, uses the orb, and actually jumping here behind the tower. Ditcher salving up, sending the wolves out as well. Art Style coming in with the rotation, seeing if they can do anything to punish this puck, but so Iceberg should be able to play his way back around this as well, because he's got the orb back up. But great little bit of action there from Spirit in the mid lane, and Artstyle being exactly where he needs to be on that Enchantress. I mean, we saw this earlier in the game against Abfinum, and again, already we're seeing his impact in the laning stage.
Yeah, it was a series of unfortunate events for both teams, actually. We saw the Arctic Burn being on cooldown for Always Wanna Fly, and that's why General got the kill on Illidan in the first place. Dendy with no HP, casual 37 health.
Casually just walking around.
I mean, Furion already hits hard enough, but you put Dro Aura on that, it's even worse. But I was going to talk about how, you know, having the Furion should mean that General has to play it pretty conservatively, but he already found his kill in his off lane. He's got Tranquils done.
Talking about the Furion, magic missile coming in from Seneko. Dendy, that's the problem. He's going to leap forward across the treants. Now he might have the chance to line up an arrow. Funnick's trying to juke it out. Does so in time for the treants to come in and body block him up just in case an arrow is to fly through. And Funnick playing that nicely there will get himself back to safety.
I think Dendy actually was a little bit too passive about his arrow there. Like, he cancel cast it, and then he also cancel cast his Starstorm. He definitely could have killed him. Because if you fire the arrow and he is forced to run left, that means he can't run to his tower, which means you still chase him down and kill him, right? But if you don't arrow and then he just jukes back and runs, he got his treants back in position to block the arrow in the first place. And yeah, a little bit of a mechanical mistake there. But we don't see Dendy play Mirana that much.
We really don't. We really don't. And Na'Vi as a whole, we don't see him play much. But obviously game one, Ditcher's performance was very nicely. The whole team, it came together. We'll see if the case is going to be the same here in game two. At the moment, see top lane, Artstyle coming in. That's some to Illidan. GoBlack is there, and now GoBlack turning this one around. Illidan gets the silence out. They're trying to move in the Centaurs, look for the stun, and a nice sprout block here, blocking up Artstyle. He's caught out and taken down. General is coming in very aggressively. I mean, there's 4 heroes. He feels he could try and go for it here. One more right click might just do it to Always Wanna Fly, and he will get the kill. But he does pay with his life there. So a 2-for-1 trade there, favouring the side of Team Spirit, and one they'll be very happy with as well. An offlaner and a support, just for the loss of one support themselves.
I think if General hadn't died first, that would have been okay for him, but unfortunately that was not the case.
Nice
dodge.
Nice, indeed, but he may still be in trouble. Indeed he is. Using the orb there for that short kind of stutter step. The follow-up net is there from the side.
That's got to feel so bad to dodge that stun. Yep. And then still die?
Yep.
Oh, that was painful. Unfortunately,
Illidan on this top lane again, he loves to get all sticky. He really does. The second time he's just underestimating General's solo killing potential.
Honestly, I think it's just a lack of awareness from Illidan. Because the first time he died because Always Wanna Fly was level 1 and there was no Arctic Burn. So getting stacked that high was definitely on him. And that time his mid was dying, and Always Wanna Fly was there trying to help him. And in a 1v1 against Bat, you can't trade. You can't let your stick and napalms get stacked. So Illidan not having the greatest game here. And that's going to hurt their lineup a lot because Team Spirit have a Drow lineup where you need to really start taking towers at a very early stage in the game. And having this not so hot laning phase.
And again, Illidan caught out by Na'Vi. They realize that he's not having the best of starts to this game and they want to punish him even more, and they do. Smoke up from the side, and it's a third death on the Drow Ranger. And that is not how you want to be starting a game when you're running a Drow in this kind of Drow strat lineup.
The thing that's really scary about this, as we see a coil here mid.
Orbing forward, Iceberg is going to get it.
That's a good kill. Something that Team Spirit definitely needed at this stage in the game, considering how their safe lane is going. But I was going to mention how General having such a good game is really going to be difficult for Spirit to deal with, because he is pretty much the only form of catch that Na'Vi have that is going to have an early Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
So when that 5-man starts coming out from Spirit, now you have to worry about the Batrider initiation, because General's already got 1,450 gold.
It really has been an insane start for him. And now this Moonlight Shadow rotation, Dendi coming through, he's got Suneko as well, and they'll lead it in onto Iceberg, straight in with the Magic Missile. He will get the chance to get an orb out, and manages to get himself back out to safety. Ditchera popping the ult there, but can't really chase this one down. It's a nice escape there from the puck, able to avoid the Moonlight Shadow gank coming out from Ditchera and General, as you said. Great start, and look at the confidence of this guy, just playing around this tower, playing around this lane. Always Wanna Fly just doesn't know what to do. Looks for a TP, but there's a flame break here. I mean, Always Wanna Fly, I think he knew that he wouldn't be able to get out. He just didn't know what to do. He panicked. He's panicking, and General's abusing it as much as he can. Bottom lane, Silent Spirit, they do find themselves the kill onto Suneko's Vengeful Spirit, but oh man, this Batrider, how's his gold looking now? He must be incredibly close. Oh, if Godblack goes down as well, he's going to be even closer to this Blink Dagger. There will be a Dream Call from Iceberg catching them out, but it's a killing spree for General. Another kill for the Bat, 1,900 gold, 7 minutes in on this offlane Batrider. I can't remember the last time I saw a Batrider have this good of a start. He's 4-1-2, 7 minutes in, being involved in 6 of the 7 kills for the side.
I think that if Team Spirit go on to lose this game, their safe lane is like largely attributed to the reason at this point. You can't let a Batrider have this kind of start, especially when you have Drow. Like, you should be able to keep him pretty much zoned, I think, with that dual lane, but General playing very well. He's already made a ton of space for his team, and I mean, heck, he's even getting ganks. That's how much he's dominating his lane. He's only 200 gold away from Blink Dagger.
And that's a sad Drow. Third bottom on the net worth.
This is actually like shocking how badly Illidan's doing.
This is a really, really sad show for the Drow Ranger fans out there. Toby, hold in there, buddy.
He'll always have the cosplays at least.
They will indeed.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, Phonic nabbing himself an Invis rune here.
I mean, Phonic's actually doing fairly well. He might not be General level, but, you know, he's not doing badly. And I think that's kind of the saving grace for Spirit right now, because outside of Iceberg's Puck, who is still doing all right on top of that, it's those 2 heroes that are going to bring it back. Like, Drow's not the playmaker by any means. You need Iceberg to get some nice coils, start initiations, you know, take team fights from there.
Oh, Nature's Wrath coming out, but Dendi, Moonlight Shadows, he's not messing around here, and he'll be fine. Gets himself into the cover of the Invis and gets out. Or General. Look at this positioning. Again, he's just looking for action wherever he can find it. How's he looking on the Blink Dagger front? He's not quite picked it up yet, is he, on the bat?
He's kind of looking for a kill. He's not really finishing up his Blink. I think he might just do it now.
Positioning himself like it is a little bit risky, though. This close, you don't want to be dying. You really don't want to be throwing away that advantage. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see him just play a little bit safer and try to finish off that last bit of gold here as the camp spawn on the 9-minute mark.
Yeah, I would expect the same. I don't think that there's any reason for him to risk it, because he's had such a good start that as long as he just gets his Blink in the next like minute or two, he can just buy a smoke, go with his team, you know, bring Dendi along if you want to, because all you really have to do is lasso into arrow, and that target's dead, right? There's not going to be any save, and even if you do put him in the Winter Wyvern Cold Embrace, it doesn't really matter, because you're still going to be Fireflied, you're still going to get hit by Starstorm.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about Winter Wyvern for this lineup of Spirit is that it's really good for high ground defense, and it's nice when Na'Vi group up as 5 and you get that big Winter's Curse onto a bunch of Chen creeps and you put it on somebody and they just melt, you know? That's the strength of it against this type of team of Na'Vi.
Andy. No, he's not going to get RT easy today. He's got that leap. And he is out of there. Go Black coming down. See what we can do. He's going to get in this lane ward down here. And there's your blink. Now done. Before the 10-minute mark, General's got that picked up. We'll see what kind of play he's able to go for first. Oh. Okay.
This is a desperation play from Spirit.
I mean, let's see how it works out.
100% scouted.
This is, yeah. I mean, you could give this a shot, but RV, they're going to know about this. They're going to want to fight. And here we go. Jumping straight in, but he actually gets silenced up here. General falling low. Hand of God comes out. He's going to be fine for the time being, but they've already lost Illidan. Now, moving forward, Ditcherad with the ult, trying to chase out Godlap, but he's going to be fine with the untouchable. Turns around, funny getting bursted down with the magic missile. Zaneko pops the stick charges. He's going to be fine for the time being. Trying to chase out Godlap. Godlap trying to turn and get the kill. He will get it onto the Vengeful Spirit. It's a 2-for-2 at the moment. TP back into the bottom lane, coming out from the puck, and there's your Winter's Curse. Onto Artstar. The creeps turn against the Master. And a double kill for the Winter Wyvern. We're seeing the power of him there in these fights that happen around these enclosed spaces. And Team Spirit coming out on top of this. They might even be looking for more. Iceberg, he's got this Arcane Rune. He's looking to dive into Ditcherad. This could be a huge fight for Team Spirit. If they find this one, they should be able to. Impetus flies through. They'll get themselves another one. Team Spirit regaining the momentum that they were losing in the earlier stages of this game. There'll be a magic missile to Iceberg, but there's your Cold Embrace. Healing him back up, and now with the Arctic Burn, flying forward onto Seneko. Moonlight Shadow is there. It's not going to save him. He gets taken down as well.
So
another kill for the Winter Wyvern. Always want to fly on a killing spree. They'll even get themselves the tier 1 here as well, and that was a huge minute of gameplay for Team Spirit, bringing them absolutely back into this game.
All off of the back of chasing an Enchantress way too far. Like, they could have gotten the kill on Illidan. You know, they lasso the target, they drop everything, they get the high priority kill. They could have just sat in the Roshan pit and tried to finish it off. You know, they got Chen and Lycan. They don't even need to go fight. They can just go for the objective, but instead they overcommit to a hero that they can't kill, which in turn allows enough time for Team Spirit's heroes to respawn. There's a tier 1 in the bottom lane, and things just turn really ugly.
Oh, General! He realizes he bumped Iceberg there up onto the high ground, jumps across, goes for the lasso. He's going to be able to finish off Iceberg. Iceberg gets himself out with the orb.
He wants the steal.
Oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? He's going to try for it. General's looking for it. No, die, get the kill. And he does. Ditcherad stole the Aegis. He gets it. 2 down on the side of Spirit. Now Na'Vi, they're looking to fight. They're looking to chase down Funny Kid. Ditcherad, General, Dendi, Arstal, everyone moving forward. Seneko swaps himself in so he can get in range for the magic missile. Dendi with the takedown. Double kill for your Mirana. And Na'Vi, they come back in, and again, it's General jumping in the pit, creating lots kind of a kerfuffle. Team Spirit are like, what are we doing? What are we doing? They do get the kill onto Roshan, but Ditcherad's in there, snatching the Aegis. 3 kills for the side. Oh boy, and Illidan, he's just managed to get his Band of Elven skin 12 minutes in.
Oh my god. I mean, you kind of got to feel for the guy, right? Because as a Dro in this lineup, when you're behind, there's not really much you can do. Because their lineup, like a Lycan, for example, Batrider, even Mirana, these heroes are really good at either maneuvering around you or just like rushing your face. Like, how do you really deal with that? You need your team to back you up. You need like some kind of disable, or you need a reliable save. Unfortunately for Team Spirit, they don't really have it. It's just like the Winter's Curse and the Coil. Those are the 2 things that you can look to say, okay, we're going to stop, you know, Ditcherad from tunnel visioning on Illidan. We're going to stop the Batrider from dragging him out once the lasso comes in. You have those tools, but we just haven't really seen it in play. But I do have to say that Always Wanna Fly has had a pretty good game considering the circumstances. The guy is 4-2-1.
The Winter Wyvern's been used perfectly this game.
I mean, he pretty much solo killed the Chen. Yeah. Because he was surrounded by his own creeps. He cursed him, and he's like, you know,
the creeps turning
E2 Brutus,
him.
and then creeps just destroyed him. Pretty funny stuff.
Necro book now picked up here by your Lycan. 12 for 10. Team Spirit still very much holding in. A lot of this is on, I mean, as you mentioned, the Wyvern and mid lane, Iceberg on the puck. He's been caught up by a lasso. Could he get himself out of this? No. Man, far too much damage from Na'Vi.
Such a powerful combination, and I really like the synergy of like the Mirana ulti with the way that Na'Vi have been playing lately. It's just like non-stop aggression.
Oh, they might get more as well. Look at this, moving in. It's Napalm onto Always Wanna Fly. Looks like he's going to be able to get himself behind the tier 2 just in time.
Oh, that arrow hit.
Arrow hit. Dendi.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a Dendi face. Oh, and he's got it.
That feels bad if you always want to fly. It feels real bad. Well, they're just going to go for the tier 2. It's actually the first 2 towers that Na'Vi have taken this game with a Lycan at 14 minutes and a Chen, which is a bit surprising, but we've been seeing a lot of fighting. Not necessarily objective-based gaming, but a lot of small skirmishes, so kind of understandable in that regard.
And look at this bottom lane as well. Like, as soon as they took that tower, Na'Vi, they smoked up General Seneko looking for Funnick on the bottom lane, and they're going to get it. They move in and they find themselves the takedown. As soon as they find one objective, you know, they're smoking up and looking for the next.
This is really starting to get a little bit stressful for Team Spirit. They do have Blink on the puck, though, which is going to be nice for them. If they can manage to take some kind of engagement where, you know, you open up at the coil, maybe you get a nice Winter's Curse or a Silence on top of that. And then, you know, you have Enchantress and Dro who are great from hitting from afar. It's just a matter of Na'Vi being so good at starting the fight on their own terms and also getting in the face of the Dro Ranger.
Ditcheron, Dendi, they're on their own here. Maybe being a bit too greedy, and Iceberg jumps in with the Dream Core. The Winning Rift onto 2, Impetus onto Dendi. Ditcheron looking for the TPI, not going to make it. The Winner's Curse there to cancel it. Holds him in place, and Team Spirit, they'll be able to find themselves a second. Aegis gone. Funnick coming in for the party as they're ready to celebrate around Ditcheron's dead body. Ditcheron turns into wolf form. It's going to be dog on the menu tonight as Team Spirit find themselves a double kill for Iceberg, and great setup there. And Denny and Ditcheron just a little bit, I don't know, a little bit greedy there with the positioning, being on their own that half of the map.
Yeah, especially considering the warding. Like, Na'Vi only really have one ward up right now, and it's on their side of the river, basically in mid, so it's not necessarily giving him the vision that would warrant pushing in that position. But I can understand why they were feeling confident, you know. Last couple of fights have gone favorably for them. The tier 1 and the safe lane does end up dropping anyway. They got the objective that they came for. And just as long as they maintain the map control, they have that Batrider still, General having a standout performance. He hasn't been involved in 14 of the 15 kills that Na'Vi have.
He's a strong player.
He really is.
He really is. He really is. Very good stuff. And the puck height build as well. We see a lot of different stuff, but it looks like this man's going to be going for a Veil this game, which, I mean, doesn't really seem to synergize with the rest of the team too much.
I mean, it's good with the Furion, I guess. And the combo that he himself does is a fairly sizable amount of damage. So it's not terrible. Plus, it gives decent stats. So I don't know. It's a bit unorthodox, but I guess it's one of those items that you buy when there's not really anything else for the same cost that's going to influence the team fight as much as a Veil will. Like a Yule's, okay, yeah, you can Yule's yourself, but that doesn't really matter most of the time. Because
there's no silence.
Yeah, self-Yule's pretty much means you're dodging like a magic missile or maybe an arrow, or maybe, you know, best case scenario, you Yule's the Batrider who lassoed somebody. That would be like the best utilization of it. But then you can just coil him, so you don't need it for that.
I guess the armor's nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a good stat item, honestly, for the cost. And like the increased magic damage for the team fights, not too shabby either.
Moonlight from the boys on Na'Vi, and again using it to get General in position. Same time, it's a smoke on smoke. Team Spirit smoked up behind their tier 2 General, moving in. Godblack, he's going to be able to dispel it. He knows that they're there, and so you know that someone's on the sidelines. Arrow comes through, and oh, it hits Illidan straight in the middle of the fight. General jumps in, gets off the lasso. Onto Always Want to Fly. Who are you going to save now, my friend? 2 dead, 3 dead. Godblack taken out as well. They will lose the Chen, but Funnick, oh, they surround him. Na'Vi beating down on their past member. Iceberg, he's the last one alive. There's been a buyback from Always Want to Fly, but he's going to have no one to save by the looks of it. Iceberg trying to play himself around this one. He is a puck. He can try and dance around Na'Vi a little bit. And it looks like we're not going to be able to chase it down unless Dandy can hit an arrow of his lifetime. He's got 2 seconds until it. Iceberg blinking away. I think this could be a bit of a wild goose chase here for Na'Vi. Someone start to cue up the Benny Hill music. As I don't think they're getting Iceberg. Dandy. Oh, he TP'd. Dendi! Oh, he's looking to load at the arrow. Iceberg!
Dude, this is so much space. Dear God.
Oh, Iceberg! You beautiful man.
He's fine, dude.
I don't know if he's fine.
He didn't phase shift the stun.
He is not fine.
All right, we tried, though.
Thank you, production.
That was... He actually dragged, like, everyone on Na'Vi except for Ditcheron back to the base. Ditcheron just sitting in the woods going, man, that was so not worth a chase, honestly. Like, I killed, like, 5 creep camps in that time you were chasing him.
He's like, guys, come on.
I think what he wanted to do was just...
Come on.
Like, phase shift the stun, obviously, you can go into the trees, maybe look for a TP, but... Firefly, I think, was still down, too, when they were chasing. But, yeah, it was an interesting endeavor there from the side of Na'Vi. Not too successful. But, I mean, not successful in regards to what it gave him for the time.
Nice. It's looking to be a tough one for Team Spirit. They're doing their best, though. But Na'Vi just really pulling forward on It's kind of a team front. It's across the board. The farm's looking good. Illidan, he's still got a long way to go. How's he looking on his drow? What's his items like?
He's got nothing.
He finished off his treads, and he's now managed to get a circlet.
Like, this has got to be the poorest he's ever been. I don't know if I've ever seen him, like, have this little farm at this stage in the game. And Dro is also one of the heroes that he loves to play. Like, this guy's been playing Dro for, like, 3 years, maybe longer.
It's a sad game at the moment for the Drow Ranger.
I mean, that's just more props to General, honestly. Like, this guy is just...
really? He crushed that lane.
Yeah. You can't ask anything more of him. Even if he, like, feeds now for the rest of the game, he still had a good game.
5-2-13. It just does not end for this man's
Oh, look at
performance
this item timing as well from Na'Vi.
Level 3 Necro, Aghanim's Chen. It's all coming out.
Dude, it's 20 minutes in. And they have these items.
Someone tell Na'Vi that, because their items seem to be way above that. Oh, Go Black, again, being the front liner on this end. She did this in game 1. He's trying it again in game 2, and it's not working out.
Well, they do have Winter Wyvern for high ground defense, so if the book gets popped and there's a good curse, I'm pretty sure
General.
that hero dies.
This man, he's got a Ghost Scepter. He's going to get Winter's Curse.
That's not the curse.
But there's not really anyone to beat down upon him.
That
He
is
gets
not-
sent back.
That
General, just teasing the side of Spirit.
They needed that curse to kill somebody so badly.
Yep.
Now it's just free Roshan, I think, for Na'Vi. Or they can turn. They can fake back too.
Team Spirit trying to fight mid. And they're going to find General. He just waltzed up the mid lane here. Silenced up. Hanagod coming through. Gets the Firefly out. He's still caught up and he's taken down. Team Spirit to find themselves one. Ditchara moving in on the big bad wolf. And now the swap back on Tillidan, pulling them into the center. Always want to fly. Tries to freeze himself. He tries to go full cryogenic. Take himself out of this disaster and wake up in a few thousand years where Team Spirit might be able to beat Na'Vi. But for the time being, it's another fight that Na'Vi, they'll be happy with. 2 for 1.
Savage.
But they did lose the General.
They did.
And that's a big kill.
It was a nice outplay there from Iceberg, because he went for the lasso. He just like phase shift, gets the veil, silence, coil, you know, just kites him around a bit.
Hey, Funnick. Dandy says, hey, come here. Come here, Funnick. Come here.
It's a drum off right now.
Ditchara, he's a TP off. Funnick, come here. Hey, Funnick, come here.
I mean, he really wanted that kill.
Yeah, he did. He's going to let him go. He is going to let him go. 22 minutes, 23 to 14, 10k on your Lycan. How's the Drow? Illidan, has he managed to finish off that circle into something? Yeah, nice.
It's a bracer.
It is a bracer.
He's got a Helm of the Dominator too. I mean, to be honest, the thing about Dro and these types of lineups is, yeah, you do want the farm, but even just having level 11 is a huge help. Because marksmanship goes up in effectiveness by 50% when you get that second
How much damage is he given to his team at the moment on the aura?
Right now it's 42.
Okay.
So it's not too shabby. I mean, it's pretty much like almost a demon edge for everyone.
Oh.
And that's the thing about Team Spirit's lineup. They still do a significant amount of damage. It's just the control that they lack. And Navi's ability to just run in and start fights is very good.
Hey, smoke up here from the side. The pings are coming out. Ping diddy pong pong. General. Goes Scepters. Goes in, goes out. Grabs himself a Go Black. Drags him to the side. Dendy with the arrow on point. That's Go Black down. Iceberg, he's looking for some kind of wraparound. He's got a little bit of timing left on the invis room, but it is now going to expire, so won't be able to use that to the best of abilities. Greaves now done on art style as well as this Aghanim.
My goodness.
It's... They need something huge. Team Spirit. They do have an ether lens on Always Want to Fly, so going to be a little bit easier for him to find these big Winter's Curses that he does need.
Dire's top tower.
And Na'Vi, they take down a tier 2. And they're TPing themselves back out to bottom. Funnick's trying to do his best to get the split push on. And Denny are going to be quick to get the momentum of that lane back round onto Team Spirit's side of the map. And it should be at any point in a position and a situation to start to try and knock on the high ground of Team Spirit. And General, he's looking for Funnick. Moving forward here, blinking into the sidelines. He's got the wrong side though. Funnick, he's going to be fine.
I think it's quite a hard kill though. I don't know if his team is close enough. Because Funnick has mech, wand charges, and drum. So he's actually fairly tanky at this stage in the game. I think he would at least need one more person, because even if he gets a lasso, he needs to stop and TP like 2 or 3 times to have the damage to kill. Oh, here comes Spirit.
Always Want to Fly. Seeing if he can get himself in range for a good curse. The Chen army at the moment just beating down onto Goblack. And repent indeed, Goblack. You're in trouble. Magic missile in. There's the lasso onto Illidan. Winter's Curse comes out onto Dendi, but the Sprout is actually going to keep him fine, keeping the units away so they can't beat down on him. 2 dead on Spirit. Always want to fly again. Cold embracing himself. He's going to go down. It's going to be 3. Make that 4 as Phonic to fall as well. Iceberg left scampering back to base, and that'll be the opening for Na'Vi to take their next objective, whether it be Roshan or Elaine. It looks like it will just be the Roche. Try and get themselves that Aegis and prepare for the high ground push. But again, another successful team fight for the side, and Team Spirit struggling to come forward with any kind of just sizable fight to deal with Na'Vi's play and control of these 5-on-5 engagements.
Yeah, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that Winter's Curse was most definitely on a troll.
Oh, it
was on a creep. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, you know, sometimes you're in a team fight and you know you have to get your ulti off and you feel like you're going to die like super fast, so you just like spam click as fast as you can to try to get the person you want, and sometimes you just biff it.
A nice stuff here for General. Guess going for the moon shards, extra bit of night vision.
Yeah, man.
Why not?
That's the dream. Vision is the name of the game. And of course dragons, because why not?
Smoke time. Let's see what they can do in Na'Vi. Well, always want to fly. It's there with Goblack. General, who's he going to jump on? Oh, it's going to be the Ench again. Goblack dragged in.
There's just like not really much a Team Spirit can do about this right
Iceberg.
now.
I mean, he's got to do something big here, Iceberg.
They got
really needs a big fight.
They got good deep push. That's the thing about Spirit. Like having the Winter Wyvern right now, that's when you're like thanking that you picked that hero. Because with Ether Lens Splinter Blast, you can keep the wave pushed out almost indefinitely. The Ancients are the only thing that's going to be a bit annoying. And even those they just kill pretty easily because of the Dro aura. So it'll take a little bit longer for Na'Vi to crack the base of Spirit. I don't know if there's really any item in particular that's going to like turn the game on its head in favor of Spirit. Item progression wise, I mean, Dro pretty much just builds stat items most of the time. And Goblack seems to be the recipient of quite a bit of lassos, and he's the one doing a pretty good amount of damage as well. Whereas Lycan is that type of hero that, you know, he gets his AC finish, he gets BKB, and then things get real tough. Because Na'Vi don't even really have to commit to the fight. They can just, you know, get a pick, keep controlling the map, out-farm you. Spirit have okay initiation, but taking a 5-man against Na'Vi with the lead that they have is very difficult to do.
I think Phoenix resorted to Cliff Jungler.
Yeah, why not? I mean, this is the stage in the game where you're just like, I don't want to go anywhere else because they have Moonlight Shadow and a Bat Rider. And that's really the way that I think CIS teams in particular always have had a tendency to play very aggressive. And I think that having like this vision control and a hero like Mirana makes it even more difficult to play from behind. Because it's one thing to worry about, you know, 3 smokes, but when you have a smoke pretty much on a 100-second cooldown, that just adds another element of pressure.
All right.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Artstar tanking the Winter's Curses. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
and successfully as well. Here we go. Goblack again. I mean, General's got a little bit of a thing for tying up Goblack and bringing him down. And now Ditcherar moving in onto Illidan. It will be Arteezy here in the tree line, but it's all good. It's all good for Na'Vi. They found themselves 3 kills, and they'll find themselves even more in terms of objectives here. Tier 3 down on the bottom lane. Racks are exposed, and I think this could be coming to the closure here of this game 2. Where Na'Vi once again just finding everything that they needed to at the right time, and there we have it. GG, well played. The series was not to be for Spirit, and Na'Vi continuing this recent kind of winning spree that they've had, and showing us that they are certainly getting to be at the point where they're becoming one of the most formidable teams in EU. They are certainly climbing up. They are climbing up there. And again, even though a lot of people going into this would have said, yeah, Team Spirit are going to struggle against Na'Vi. I mean, Illidan even said it himself that they were seen as the underdogs coming into this matchup. But regardless of that, Na'Vi just, you can tell just from their play style that, say it was a tougher opponent, they would still be able to pull something like this off.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong with Spirit's draft in the second game. I think it was all about the safe lane of Spirit. Like,
General's Batrider.
General gets first blood. General kills Illidan like 4 more times.
He gets
in
every
lane.
blood. To be fair.
he actually just killed everyone that game. Honestly, you can't take anything away from obviously the Chen rotations as well. And you know, Ditcherad did his thing. He was farming away, but he was kind of like the not unsung hero, but he was just kind of under the radar.
I mean, Hal was nice.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it's just one of those games where your off laner casually kills the safe laner like 4 times, and then you're like, all right, we won. I mean, it's really just that simple. You can't let a Batrider in that position get so much. He had a blink at like, what,
before
9 or 10 minutes?
Yeah, it was about 9 minutes,
Yeah.
38 seconds, I think.
And then it's like, okay, this Batrider's got a blink before our mid player has a blink. And now all of a sudden, we have to worry about like initiations. There's Chen pushes. It was just a play execution disaster in that lane.
It really was. It really, and Team Spirit, they could never really get their draft off board just because of that Illidan.
Yeah.
Illidan start, as you said. The safe laner being punished, Drow Ranger never really getting to a point where, I mean, did he end with any kills? 1 kill.
He was 1 of 9. But he
get 1.
hit 6 at like, I don't know, 12, 13 minutes or something crazy like
goodness.
that. It was like insanely long that it took him to hit 6 because he basically had to leave his own lane. And always when a fly was rotating around, you know, trying to help other lanes, he's like, okay, well, we pretty much lost this, so let's just try to make something else happen. And unfortunately, they just never really got anything going. And I still feel like no matter what, even if Spirit had a good start, they have to keep pushing, you know, and racks by like 25, 30, because it's a typical Drow lineup.
Yeah.
And you're up against
You
Lycan.
gotta hit the timings.
Yeah, you're up against Lycan and heroes that are very good initiating and kiting during the late game, so it's going to be hard no matter what. But I think their drafting was fine, just, you know, play. That's the only issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Second series and the last series of the day. Na'Vi will take it 2-0 against the side of Team Spirit. And that, of course, is it from myself and Andy. We'll catch you tomorrow for some more Dota 2. But for the time being, don't go anywhere, because we'll head back over to the panel, back over to Shane, LD, Slacks, and Shiva for some analysis. We'll see you guys about.